Okay, so recently on Unc and Ocho's Nightcap, the pair got to talking about the WNBA pay gap, and Shannon went in and dropped a lot of facts about the pay disparity and why it exists. Honestly, it's refreshing to hear a former athlete talk about these points because lately it seems a lot of athletes, particularly NBA stars, have been backpedaling on this issue. Maybe people up top in the NBA are putting pressure on them, or they just don't want to get cancelled for going against women's sports, but the fact that you have a current NBA player like Pat Beverly willing to entertain a $1 million bet that the WNBA champions would beat a men's state high school championship team is pretty laughable in my opinion. Anyways, at the end of the day, these businesses are all about turning a profit, something that the WNBA has never done since it started in 1997. Imagine running a business for over 25 years and never making a profit and continuing to hear your stars asking for a pay raise. And we've heard all the excuses from the WNBA players that they're not being treated fairly because they're women, but the funny thing is, I've never heard of male models complaining about their female counterparts making way more than them. I mean, you've literally got a handful of female supermodels with net worths of over $100 million. Meanwhile, try to find a male model with a net worth of over $10 million. Anyways, I want you to listen to Shannon Sharpe drop the truth bomb that no one wants to talk about in the WNBA pay gap debate.
Wow. That's why they have to go to Russia and all these Italy and China and wherever they have to go. Remember
Brittany Griner.
Brittany Griner, how
Right.
she got caught up? She
Okay,
overseas because
Okay.
she can make basically probably double her income overseas.
Right.
They what she can in WNBA.
So how do we generate, or how do we get the women to make obviously not the type of money that the NBA players make, but to bridge the gap or to get them a little closer to where they don't have to play overseas? What needs to be done?
Man, that's something that the WNBA, the WNBA, the WNBA PA, and the NBA, because I mean they're clamoring. They don't sell out arenas like the men do, Ocho. The advertising, the sponsor dollars are not there like the men. Mm-hmm. So you're saying, okay, let's just say they make 10%. Well, they're not generating 10% of the revenue. I mean, Angel Reese, I think she said that she's making what, 1.7? I think she making like 1.7 in NIL money. I mean, she's gonna have to play like 5-6 years to get that.
What?
Yes. I mean, I think the $250,000 is the max money but that's for Asia Wilson. That's for Stewie, Breonna Stewart. That's for those.
Listen,
that ain't for everybody. Can't get that kind of paper.
I had no idea. Those were the numbers. That was the revenue that they were making. I had no idea. I thought they were making good money. I'm talking about, listen, not no 5-year 280, but I thought they was making, 3, 4, 5 million, something like that.
And sometimes the players overseas can make over 10 times of what they make here. So that's why they go over there. The WNBA also helps supplement the WNBA. So the NBA helps supplement them because the sponsorship, the ad dollars is just not there. That's the harsh reality. Ocho, that's the harsh reality of it.
Right.
Women's sports, unless you play tennis and Billie Jean, and you had Billie Jean was the first to do it, and then you have Venus and Serena, some of the others say, hold on, right, we want to get paid with the men. If they get $3 million for a Grand Slam championship, why we got to get 1.8? We want 3.2.
Yeah, especially just some of the names that I hear all the time, especially WNBA players that I don't watch it often, but the Asia Wilsons,
Breonna Stewart,
like Kelsey Plum. These are names household names that I know, and I don't even watch basketball. I know them, so I'm expecting, because I know their name and I don't even watch the game, but I'm expecting them to make the kind of money, not what the NBA dudes are making, but the 4 or 5 million range, because they are household names.
Man, that's bro.
They gotta fix that shit, man.
It's called supply and demand, Ocho. You got to have to. There's a reason why college coaches get paid more than a college professor, because 85,000 ain't signing up for a history class.
Okay. I see. I got you.
They're not going to do no science project. 85,000 coming to that stadium.
Damn, that's crazy.
As of October 23, Erica Wheeler of the Indiana Fever was the highest paid player in the WNBA for 2023. She had a salary of $242,154. Now, Ocho, look, that's good money for an average, because the average person, what's the average salary in America? Probably what, 75,000? So she's probably making 3 times what the average person will make. But we just used to hear, like, we think professional athlete and we think everybody get 10, 15, $20 million, and that's not the case.
It's going to get there though. I'm not sure when, but it's going to get there at some point.
000. The average income from American house is 59,000.
That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense, especially as a WNBA player and the work that they had to put in based on some of the shit I see on goddamn TV and clips and highlights. You see, it's times like this. It's times like this. I wish I was a billionaire because I fixed the shit. I fixed a little situation there.
What?
I fixed
Ocho, you keep saying, but see, here's the thing, Ocho. You do realize how billionaires become billionaire? They don't give away their money along the way.
To make sure they get paid an adequate salary, which many will say, probably argue me down, that the salary is adequate, but at least to where they're making in the millions. There has to be a way to recoup. Maybe it be through advertising, maybe be through sponsors, but making 242 is not a fuck enough based on what I've been able to see from someone that doesn't even watch the game on how good they are. They need to be compensated much, much more than they are. That's all I'm saying.
Ocho, when you advertise, I need eyeballs. There's a reason why ads cost $7.5 million for a Super Bowl, because eyeballs.
I can get
if eyeballs ain't watching, Ocho, you under this notion that people want to give away free money. It's not like that.
Well, I know I'm not under the notion that people want to give away free money because ain't nobody giving away free money, but I would have a plan in place to execute the eyeballs to make sure they watching. Listen,
Ocho, you can't make people watch what they don't want to watch.
You got to make it more exciting.
How?
Supply and demand.
These women are as skilled as they've ever been.
Okay, so that was Shannon Sharpe speaking the truth on this matter. The NBA supplements the WNBA because women's basketball on a professional level just does not attract any viewers, no matter how many times ESPN posts a tweet about them in my timeline. You know it's different on a collegiate level. Women's college basketball is absolutely crushing it right now, and it's almost getting as much attention as the men's. On top of that, they destroy the WNBA games in terms of ratings, so this just goes to show you that this has absolutely nothing to do with men versus women. You can literally even see packed stadiums in these college basketball games. The WNBA simply just needs to do a better job putting a better product that the fans want to watch and start focusing on maybe the individual player and grow their presence off the court. Anyways, guys, where do you stand on this issue? Was Shannon Sharpe correct in his assessment of the league and the pay disparity?